Okay, so let's start up pycharm. And what we'll do is we'll create a new project from an existing set of source files. So and since the last time we did this, we were working in our first project. It opens it, and so what we're going to do is we'll close this project, and then we'll create a new project. So I'll do a close project. All right, so we're back to our screen. So now what we're going to do is I've made available this IDE testing.zip file from our course website. So I'm assuming you've downloaded it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this thing and cut it, and let's just go over, and I'm just going to stick it in the sandbox. All right, and I'll paste it there, and then I'm going to extract it here. Okay, so notice I've got a data folder and a Python program. And also make sure, if you use the Windows extraction, you might get the double folder of IDE testing. So move things around so that you've just got a single folder called IDE testing, and then inside of that is the data folder and the Python file. So let's say we were doing some work, and we were just working on this in a text editor. I could have written this thing in Notepad++. I mean, Python programs are just text files. That's all they are. And so this was actually an example that I showed back in the PCDA class. But now we decide we want to start using pycharm to work with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a new project. But this time I'm not going to take their default here. I'm going to go ahead and browse my way. I'm going to browse my way into documents, and then sandbox. And then there's the IDE testing. So I'm gonna select that folder. This is going to be my project folder. So I'll click OK. And again, notice I'm just always making sure, yep, it's got the right interpreter. And this time I don't want it to create a main.py welcome script because I've already got source files, and I don't need that little helper boilerplate. Okay. So, and I notice check where it's going. Yep, it's going to be IDE testing in sandbox. Perfect. Create. And it says, hey, you've already got, it's not empty. Do you want to create a project from existing sources? Absolutely. So I'll create. And so now notice it finds, there's our Python program. There's the data folder. This program is actually just using this data file here. So I can double click this guy. And notice he's, there he is. Another thing that I wanted to mention is, so it seems like with Community Edition 20, this has started to happen. Sometimes in Windows, you're going to get a little pop-up down here saying that Windows Defender might be impacting performance, and it's asking you if you want to exclude various folders in the pycharm kind of build process from Windows Defender. And so I, did some research, and you can also do some research. I have decided I'm not going to exclude any folders. I'm not going to take, the security risk if there is one. I mean, it seems to, be explained pretty well in here. And a lot of corporate places aren't going to let you, So I'm assuming that this performance hit is not going to be anything that you're going to need to worry about. So when this pops up, I usually just close it. There also is a don't show this again, that if you click that, it won't show it again. So that's kind of up to you. This is one of the reasons I prefer to do everything in Linux, not have to deal with things like Windows virus scanners and stuff like that. But whatever. So anyway, so now we've got a project, from an existing source file, and this was one, if you recall, this thing reads through an Apache log file, and it just does counts of the file. This is a regex that it creates to to basically figure out what month each of the records is from, and then it stores the counts in a dictionary. And so notice if I go to run this, okay, so this run is grayed out, and so I'm going to select this run here. And so now it's asking me, hey, is this what you want to run? Yep, this is what I want to run. And now next time I'll be able to get it from there. Boom, it's done. I just created a small version of the file that's just got about 50 records in it. They're all from October. So that's done. So anyway, that's how easy it is to create a new Python project from existing source file. And now this thing will be recognized as a pycharm project. And notice now it looks like all of our background scanning and indexing is done, so those delays should be done. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of here. Yep, I'm happy. And again, just to show you what happened, right? When you create a project, really what's happening is it's creating this hidden folder, this .idea folder. And if you can't see the hidden folders, that's because you don't have your hidden folders turned on in Windows, which you should. So I'm going to, if you go to View, right, you can see hidden items. And same thing, you should always have file name extensions checked so that you can see the file extensions. But Windows thinks that we're too dumb to be able to handle stuff like that.